Claire, I'm 35 and I have a 4-year-old son. I did the Thrive program because emetophobia had completely taken over my life. I've had it since childhood, but after my son was born, it became unbearable. By January this year, I'd had a serious mental health crisis and I genuinely didn't think I would survive it. Had to stop working, I couldn't be alone with my son overnight, and my family had to come and stay with me whenever my husband worked away, which was really often. I was terrified of him getting sick. I was constantly scanning my surroundings for danger. I couldn't even hug him or kiss him without feeling scared. I wasn't living, basically, I was surviving. And then I started working with my lovely coach Claire through the Thrive program coaching. And that changed everything for me. She is warm, she's friendly, she's completely non-judgmental. The fact that she's been through emetophobia herself was amazing because I never felt like I had to explain what it felt like. She just got it. If there was anything that I ever questioned or kind of pushed back against, she would just explain it in a way that made sense to me, which was super, super helpful. She never made me feel like silly or I don't know, she just made me feel understood, basically. I'd actually tried to work through the Thrive manual twice before on my own. It's an amazing book, and I refer to it very often, even now, but I just couldn't keep up with the consistency. Whenever I'd hit a part in it that felt confusing, I would stop, and, there was no one to ask. So with Claire, that really changed everything. The accountability of knowing that I would see her every week kept me kind of moving forward. I would always make notes of everything that I struggled with, and then in our sessions we talk it through together, so I never felt like I was stuck. One moment really stands out to me from our time together. During one of our sessions, I actually got a phone call from my son's school saying that he had a tummy ache and he needed to come home, which, as you can imagine, is like a huge trigger for me at the time. It was quite early on in our time together, and Claire was brilliant. She helped me to kind of make a plan, process it, and not see the experience of feeling quite nervous about it still as a setback. She showed me that even though I still felt scared, I'd handled it so much better than I ever had before. And she helped me to kind of celebrate that progress instead of beating myself up. And that was such a big turning point for me because I had done that for so long. The Thrive program itself is amazing. Really everything that you need is in the manual, but for me, the coaching made it a lot more personal. Obviously, it gave me structure and accountability and momentum. Claire helped me with applying it directly to my life. It helped me to keep going in places where maybe I would have stopped in the past. For me now, like, thriving feels like I get to live again. I'm back at work again. I can be home alone with my son without feeling anxiety. I can actually kiss him, take him out, enjoy being his mum. I do still get nervous sometimes, I do still feel anxiety, but it's so much more logical, and I can reassure myself that I am safe. And it, before my thoughts were like 90% emetophobia thoughts. Now it's probably less than 10. I don't even need sedatives anymore. I used to take them a lot. My self-esteem is better, and I just generally like who I am a lot more. So if you're thinking about doing it, I know it might seem like it's too good to be true. I genuinely worried it was a scam, but it's not. It's evidence-based. It works if you put in the time. For me, like 30 minutes a day for like 6 to 8 weeks has changed my life. It's genuinely the best money I've ever spent. Something else I want to say is that if you are autistic like me, please know that it does work for us too. When I was in hospital back in January, I watched a Thrive program podcast with an autistic woman who also overcame their emetophobia. And it gave me so much hope and believe that it could happen for me. And so now I want to be that person for someone else. I did adapt some of the tools to suit my brain, and it still worked. It's changed everything for me, and I know it can for you too.